So I just recently watched the Monster anime, and I am really surprised of how good it really is. It's like really magnificent. It's one of the best, and I'm surprised that like it's not a recommendation to anyone who's going to start anime, like for example Death Note and Attack on Titan, as these are the number two picks that people give when telling people to start watching anime. As for example, Death Note and Monster both are police investigating type stories. However, Monster is far more magnificent and written much more better than Death Note in my opinion. And if I was to give it a title, it would be The Perfect Anime. Hello everyone, this is Imuu, and today we will be discussing, is Monster in 2023 still worth it? Monster is an anime that's written by the very famous mangaka Urasawa, who has written other bangers such as 20th Century Boys and Pluto that just has been released a trailer for, and of course Monster. And I have not read either 20th Century Boys or Pluto. This was my first thing that I consumed from this artist, from this mangaka, and I was stunned on the quality, on how perfect it was executed. Like, I am someone who when watches, for example, any movie, any TV series, any anime, 99% when I watch something, there has to be some nitpick that I have to find that like, I love this series, however, this thing, like, I cannot bear in this series, or this thing was not executed properly. There is nothing in the Monster anime that I can find that I can nitpick about. There's nothing that I would change about this anime or manga, about this whole story, about how it's executed. It's executed in a really powerful way that you are left stunned on how magnificent it is. Maybe the only nitpick that I could say that, well, the anime's production value was not the highest, so that's maybe the only nitpick that I can make. However, the way the series that was directed was really good for me to not nitpick about how the animation wasn't spectacular in it. Like, I don't believe that anybody can watch this series and say that they don't like it. It's magnificent. The way the story is structured, the way the mangaka Urasawa introduces a lot of mini arcs that all round about into a larger arc in a very smooth way, is something that I really like about him. And the way he introduces characters, or the way he introduces a villain, or the way he introduces a good guy, is always, or most of the times in this anime, is reverted. If it's a villain, most of the time it will be, he will be or she will be introduced as a good person. However, shortly after, something will be revealed about that person that will change your perspective on them instantly. Same with the good guys. Like, most of the characters are introduced in this way, and it's not tiring to see, and it's not like you expect it every time you read it or every time you watch it. Like, in my opinion, this series was executed in a magnificent way. And to hear that he, at the same time that he was writing Monster, he was writing 20th Century Boys, who is said to be one of the best mangas of all time, that he was writing both at the same time, is like mangakas in the manga industry dream about making a one big manga hit. He made two of them at the same time, and he was writing them at the same time. And Monster, the series, discusses a lot of things, a lot of political views, a lot of ethical views, a lot of other things that you rarely see in Western media, and are executed in a really nice way, in my opinion. And spoiler warning, I will talk about some spoilers at the end. And even the ending of the series, how it's left into interpretations. Some things are left into interpretation, such as Johan, who left the hospital. Has he changed? Has he forgiven his sister? Will he go and kill his mother? Or will he go and talk with her as did he change? For example, the detective. Was the detective part of the orphanage that was stripping children out of their emotions or not? It's left into interpretation. And in the detective's case, whether you believe that he was from the orphanage or not, both ideas could be you can go with and you can have no problem. I personally believe that he was from the orphanage, as he sympathized with Grimmer a lot when he heard his concerns, that you could believe that he relates to his concerns a lot. Also, something that I really appreciated is that Dr. Tenma never killed anyone throughout the whole story. I was really worried that maybe he will take only that one shot on Johan, but even that he couldn't. I really like the idea that he stick to the idea that the doctor saves lives. He never takes life. That the doctor will do everything in his hands to save a life in front. This is something that I really appreciated in this anime. So overall, the monster anime is the perfect anime in my opinion. I would 100% recommend it to anybody, and it's a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece that everyone should enjoy. And is it worth it in 2023? Absolutely. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, as it really helps me out a lot. So this is Imuu, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.